My mom's husband has 2 kids. My stepbrother Jake is 9 and my stepsister Ella is 7. My mom and her husband have been together for 5 years and married for 2. 3 years ago my mom joined her husband and Ella in classes to learn how to care for people on the spectrum. It's supposed to cover a bunch of stuff and educate on having family members on the spectrum, so it wasn't just about caregiving. I, 17 meters, was, literally, dragged along but didn't take them seriously and never passed the classes. For one, I didn't want to be set up as a babysitter for Jake and Ella. The other thing was I resented all the changes we had to make for my mom's husband and kids to move in that accommodated Jake. My mom's husband said they wouldn't move in together if I didn't take the classes, which was also what I was hoping for. Clearly that didn't work. And now they lost their regular babysitter who could take care of Jake, so the pressure is on me to take the classes and pass this time. I'm refusing, and I offered to live with a family member if they weren't okay with my decision. Mom said no and she's not pushing me away. I told her she needed to let this go then. Her husband said I'm being an ass to Jake and he deserves better. I told him I already accommodated a lot for Jake and it should be my choice whether I step up to be a fit babysitter or not. My mom begged me to reconsider and she told me the babysitting will be off the table. But to pass them to show I want to learn how to interact with Jake better. Comment 1. Babysitting is a compensated profession. Talk to your dad about moving. Do you think they'll ever let the free emergency spare babysitter get free? NTA Comment 2. Time to start planning on moving out on your 18th birthday, or when you leave for college/professional school/a job. Save up money. Make sure it's not accessible to the family. Story 2. Telling my mom that I don't care if she leaves. I'm F24, pregnant, living with my husband and 4 cats. My mom has struggled financially since divorcing my dad when I was young. At 18, I moved in with her after a fight with my dad, working and studying while helping her with bills. 2.5 years ago, I met my husband, quit working, graduated university, and moved into a new house with him and my cats. My husband earns well, providing a comfortable life, and began supporting my mom financially when I stopped working. Recently, she moved in with us because she couldn't afford rent, agreeing to help with chores for extra money. However, she's been toxic, constantly complaining about issues like a broken toilet, and after a man came fix it, she complained about the man and said she had no privacy. She also invited my older sister, with whom I'm estranged. My husband said she couldn't come, leading to conflict, but he even offered to drive her somewhere where they could meet. She refused. My mom now complains about my husband to me, which makes me feel bad to the point of crying. I tell her to not get me involved, but she only tells me and never him, like a coward. Then she plays the victim. Today she threatened to move out after an argument. I told her to do what she wants and that I no longer care, and she twisted it as me kicking her out. It's exhausting, but my priority is my baby's well-being, which depends on my own. I want her to leave but feel guilty because she has nothing. I'm not exaggerating, every single day. She complains about something/acts offended/plays the victim. She also says my husband is stingy, for not helping her more, but this isn't communism. I'm tired. When I cry she says I play the victim only cause I'm pregnant like. Forgot to add, it was my husband's idea that she moved in with us temporarily. He always tries to make me happy and knew I was worrying too much about her situation. We told her from the beginning we are moving to a new house in August, so that is the deadline for her to move as well. The plan was that she could save some money here, so once we all leave she is able to find a place, but she has spent all her money on my grandma, and my grandpa died like 3 months ago, so that adds to the guilt I feel because my mom is still grieving. Comment 1. You need to polish up your shiny new spine and actually kick her out. She is not good for your family at all. I guarantee if you're feeling pressure, so is your husband. Moms and mills like this lead to divorces, babe. Comment 2. NTA, tell her that your husband is supporting her and that any time she wants to change that is okay with you. But as long as he is, she needs to be respectful or she can find another place to live. Tell any flying monkeys that they are welcome to house her if they are so inclined. Story 3. Asking my boyfriend to contribute to groceries if I'm always the one feeding him. My boyfriend, 35M, and I, 24F, are co-workers and make the same salary. The difference is, I live on my own and pay rent, utilities, phone, car, insurance, gas, groceries, etc. He still lives at home and doesn't have any of those expenses. Since I live closer to our workplace, he often comes over after work, which I love. I genuinely enjoy spending time with him and don't mind him being at my place. The issue is, I'm always the one cooking. He never brings over food or offers to buy groceries. I end up paying for and making dinner for the both of us pretty much every time he's over. We recently got into an argument because I brought up how expensive it's getting to feed 2 people all the time, and I asked if he could start contributing to groceries. He got upset, and now I'm wondering. Am I the oule for asking him to help cover grocery costs if I'm always feeding him? For context, when we go out to eat, we usually split the bill 50-50, or I end up paying more often than not. Comment 1. He's 11 years older than you and you're more financially independent while working at the same job. AITA to yourself for being with this man. Comment 2. NTA. There's a reason he's dating someone almost 10 years younger than him. He knows a woman his age would know when he's mooching off of them. And he is. He should have offered to buy groceries or at least pay for the takeout. The fact he's mad about it says it all. I'm sorry he sucks. Story 4. Telling my mom her husband is the reason I don't come home? My mom, 45F, remarried when I was 14. Her husband, now 48M, was never physically abusive, but he was condescending, strict, and made me feel like a guest in my own home. I couldn't be myself. He mocked my music, my clothes, even the way I talked. I once got grounded for rolling my eyes because I said I liked a movie he didn't. When I turned 18, I moved out and basically never came back unless my mom begged. Even then, it was short visits. Last weekend, she called crying and asked why I've been so distant lately. I finally told her, because being in that house with him makes me feel like I'm 14 and worthless again. She got quiet. Then defensive. Said I was rewriting history and that he always treated you like his own. I said, no, he didn't. You just didn't see it. Or didn't want to. Now she's telling my siblings I attacked her marriage and is icing me out. Comment 1, NTA. If your mom is icing you out, then you don't have to go home at her beck and call. Isn't that great? Comment 2. NTA. Personally, I believe you should ice her out right back. She is telling you, with her actions, that she cares more about him than you. That isn't someone who deserves to be a priority.